Hello all, and welcome to another episode of the Raw Vegan Diet, a show that gives you a balanced view of what it means to go vegan and some great tasting recipes to start you off with today. This basic smoothie makes a really good breakfast shake. Just chop and blend all the ingredients together for a vigorously delicious smoothie. We also included some extra snacks, a mixture of nuts and dried fruits, as well as juicy grapefruit to make the meal unique and interesting. So this is day 4 of the Raw Vegan Diet, and we're past the halfway mark now.
Yeah.
Last night we stayed up till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And it was like...
Which is quite unusual for us. I mean, I'm usually asleep by 2 o'clock. You guys stay up for longer, but we were so active all day. We were doing things, we were out.
Yeah, and that's the weird thing. We already said it started to make us feel more energetic and more alive. And now that that's happened, it's kind of like validated it.
Just being healthy, I guess.
Yeah, so here we go to another day.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Everyone loves a good tomato soup, so for lunch we thought we would give it a try. We weren't quite sure about raw tomato soup at first, however, it turned out to be really delicious. To make this recipe, put 1 tomato aside and blend the rest together. The avocados and cashews will make it especially creamy. Pour into bowls and add the last diced tomato. Garnish with basil and cracked black pepper. To make this vegan egg salad, blend everything except celery, red pepper, and salad leaves for a nice consistency. Pour the blended mixture into a bowl, chop and mix celery and red pepper. Serve over any greens you prefer. We used romaine lettuce leaves, rocket, and pea shoots. Yummy!
Alright, so without any exaggeration, this actually tastes like egg. It's pretty incredible. The key is the turmeric powder. It also gave the egg mixture a yellowish tint. To add to that, these eggs don't keep well, so if you leave them overnight, you won't get the same taste in the morning. I'm actually allergic to eggs now, because I used to eat so many of them before I went vegetarian and then vegan. But this is good. I don't remember what eggs taste like, because I do. And this is good. It doesn't quite have the same texture, but the taste is spot on. But I'm still missing bread. I'm still missing a nice slab of toast.
Oh my god, imagine putting this on the toast. That would be great. On-side pizza bread.
It's weird how like certain flavors mixed together make like the other flavor, make a specific flavor that you know well.
Cashew nuts doesn't really have flavor, so whatever spices you use,
That's true.
kind of
No,
absorbs it.
cashews do have a flavour,
Yeah, but when you blend it, like it kind of absorbs the flavor that you blend it with. Like I make soups and stuff, you know what really tastes it.
Okay, so anyway, so anyone who's watching this who wants to kind of detoxify yourself, just do it for a week. I think you're gonna see some effects. Like it's 4 days. This is the 4th day, and after 4 days, I've already had some effects. And I don't particularly have a lot of toxins in my body. If, for example, I don't eat unhealthily, I don't smoke, I don't do anything, I don't drink a lot. So I think if you do any of those things, or all of them, then you'll see some effects after 4 days. So that's a good thing to take away from this. You might like it.
I'm eating so many vegetables and lettuce and fruits and so more than I normally would. You're replacing all of that, all of bread with fat and stuff. That's why I kind of want to cook food as well, because then you would just use less nuts. Because now every dish, every recipe I make, it requires nuts. So we could just steam some vegetables instead.
This is the thing with the raw vegan diet. You heavily rely on nuts, fruits, things that have high fat, protein, sugar, B12. These things that are deficient from your diet if you don't cook your food. By cooking your food, you release some of these things in what we're eating. By not cooking them, we don't break down the inhibitors inside the food so well. It means we're missing out on a lot of nutrition from what we're eating because we don't cook it. And the argument for raw vegan is that there's enzymes inside the food. The natural enzymes in the vegetable material are there to help break it down. But we naturally produce enzymes in our stomach that break it down. We naturally have these enzymes, so we don't need them in a sense.
Well, but the problem with cooking food is that people really quite overcook it. People love to fry food, deep fry it, boil it for hours, and then you do lose most of the nutrition.
Yeah,
That's
and
why...
like if you sear your steaks, you get like flame grilled steaks, like flame grilled Whopper and stuff like that. You've literally like burnt the meat, and when you burn that stuff, and even bread and whatever, when you burn it, then there's carcinogens in that burnt material which can give cancer or aid in giving cancer.
So I think the best choice is to steam your vegetables and boil it lightly if that's okay with some foods.
Just like
I know, yeah, it's not the best thing to eat while you're filming yourself. That's why it's good to have it here and then like talk.
That's okay. No man.
No, so blah 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 blah.
People don't eat. We're animals. We eat. People don't eat perfectly. I take a bite size and I put it in my mouth like this, upside down.
Upside down.
They put it upside down.
Yeah, I know.
Quite.
I know.
Indubitably, it is rather tasty.
On
a side note, it is commonly believed and accepted that eggs are full of protein, and while this is true, I highly suggest everyone to do some reading on the effects of long-term consumption of animal protein. You may find links in the description that give further insights into this topic. Hello there, George.
Hey, Ian. Good to hear from you, son.
Alright, you all zenned up?
I'm zenned up, mate. You know me, I'm always zenned up.
Awesome. Alright, so remember last time we were speaking in Cafe Kino, I wanted to go more into veganism isn't just about food, and we all know that, and maybe we should extend the conversation now beyond food, as we have been talking about that for the past few interviews. People always think of animals as lower intelligence and not being able to think the way we do, which is true to an extent, but with regards to feeling pain and sensing their environment and loving their fellow kin. Let's talk some more about that, and anything you have to say about any studies and things like that have come up.
Sure. Well, for a start, if you read into any evolutionary biology, for example, the work of Richard Dawkins, Richard Dawkins, for example, he calls animals survival machines. He calls all living beings, right, are what he calls survival machines.
Right.
Now, through evolution, our DNA has been programmed to keep us alive at all costs.
Yes.
So any sentient creature, that's us and animals, feel pain, and they feel it explicitly. Like, it's not some kind of little dull thing where it's just like, oh, this is quite bad, whatever, I need to avoid this. We all feel pain, real pain that could kill us, excruciating. Whether we're a human, whether we're an animal. Animals have evolved that in order to survive. So they have very complex defense mechanisms in order to stay alive. And that brings me on to another point about how stupid it is when people say things. Say someone slaughters an animal or something and there's like a child crying nearby, and they always try and comfort the child and they say, don't worry, the animal served its purpose, or something like that.
Right.
No, the animal didn't serve its purpose. The animal's purpose was to stay alive at all costs. Mm-hmm. So when you kill an animal or harm them in any way, you deny that animal their purpose. We've all evolved to stay alive at all costs, and that's why we feel pain. And I'll go on to another thing as well. The reason we feel pain in such a way, like whatever it is, and anguish and all the emotions we have, fear, jealousy, sadness, all that stuff, is because we are animals biologically.
Yeah.
These are animal emotions. So when people are like, oh, I wonder if animals ever feel human emotions. No, it's the other way around. It's humans have animal emotions. We feel pain because we are animals. We feel happiness because we are animals. This is just basic stuff
Yeah,
to the animal kingdom.
quite proven that even through